Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours. Welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. Train cars have been rushing back and forth between Dublin and Waterford for days now, ferrying the soldiers that will fight the Camarillas' war. After all, unlike the Sabbat, who would deign to sully their blood by the mass embracings of many kindred, many kindred, the Camarilla choose instead to fight their wars using, well, human soldiers, in this case a PMC known simply as Aegis, our favorite of those who have the machinations of mad power. The train station in Waterford now looks more akin to some kind of high-tech bunker, as Enigma has brought down a number of his more interesting pieces in order to keep up to date with movements throughout the city. A huge television monitor projects the various different placements in the city as Aegis agents make their moves. Vast areas of the city have been quarantined and evacuated due to contamination in the public water systems and the risk of a diphtheria outbreak, or so the news have told us. As you enter into the room, you will see dozens of men standing at a strict attention, their backs rigid, as they look forward towards a central figure. A figure who is standing on the second floor of the train station, looking down at these individuals. He has a look of almost contempt on his face. One moment. There it is. My apologies, I just lost the picture for about 20 seconds, but I have it now. There we go. He stands, his hands clasped behind his back. You feel a palpable wave of energy wash out from him as he speaks to the dozens of men standing below him, as he says, "You will not give a backward step. You will not give the enemy the chance to recover. You will die for me tonight, my pawns." At which point you hear them say in perfect unison, "Yes, my lord," their free will having been stripped away from them. After all, cannon fodder needs to soak up the shots. Other than that, you will see the room itself is strewn with technological devices, as the various different kindred, most of them Nosferatu, examine the various different positions throughout the city. They've managed to hard link themselves into security cameras and feeds that run the city over. Shambling towards you, his hands behind his back, looking stressed for once, you will see this individual. Well, looking on the bright side, what could possibly go wrong? Well, when you... oh, well. Yes, I assume you just came in on the last train. Hi. Hi.
Evening.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
For those of you who don't know, hi. My name is Enigma. I'm the tech guy from Clan Nosferatu. I thought these. Hang on. Yes. Yes. He reaches down to a briefcase and clicks it open. Before he will once again. Some of you have seen these before. They are of Enigma's own personal design. They are earpieces. And he says, "These contain a GPS tracking signal so that I'll be able to monitor you throughout the course of the evening, as well as relay instructions both between yourselves and back to HQ. Any questions?"
No.
Michael will put his on like he's used to.
This is not my first rodeo. And Charlotte puts her earpiece in.
I fail to see what riding a large bovine around a ring has anything to do with this, but that's neither here nor there.
Simply a figure of speech. It's okay.
I don't get out much.
Yeah, Amelia will take one headpiece too and put it in.
But yeah, he will distribute the earpieces to everyone, so you'll all get one. You're on your own frequency. Needless to say, if this all goes horribly, horribly, horribly wrong, I'm going to be really far away, so don't personally care. That came out exactly the way I wanted it to.
Michael will reach down and pat something, and he will remove the cloak on Queenie. For those who've never met Queenie, it's a 30-foot-long, massive alligator. And Queenie will walk over and sit near Enigma. Michael will then pull out Poto and hand Poto over to Enigma.
Poto puts him into the pouch of his hoodie, but he'll say, "Now, you're all to go over there and await instructions. We have to wait for Lord Stalheim to finish his." And I quote, though I can't really do the kind of Jafar-esque accent that he has, but that's neither here nor there. "My grand work and ultimate achievement." Whatever the fuck that means.
Charlotte just giggles.
There's also the question of the weapon caches still in the documents. We'll need to take those.
There are two that yet remain, but yeah, thanks to, he points over at Mistina, we managed to get all of the other ones.
We'll give him a wink.
Were we able to find the explosives?
An amount of them. They still have some Sentex left, but that's deep in their personally held control areas. It's been marked as priority targets when we initiate the opening salvo. Holy shit, this literally feels like I'm playing IRL Command & Conquer. But Enigma kind of...
what that is.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know what it is.
Charlotte will look over at Enigma and say, "Or Company of Heroes."
I never liked that, but then again, when you've got celerity, you kind of give a middle finger to all those artards online, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I agree.
But with that, Enigma will slink away. Slink, 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 slink.
I'm looking around. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you continue.
I am going to be looking around for any unfamiliar faces. I mean, unfamiliar kindred faces, not mortal.
There are a couple of unfamiliar kindred faces that some of you might recognize, but many more won't. For example, this gentleman.
He looks familiar.
He is currently praying.
Oh, wait, I wasn't in that scene. Never mind.
Do I know what Phobos looks like? 'Cause I'm not sure if he actually does.
No one knows what Phobos looks like. That's part of his thing.
I'm actually send him a text message and say, "Are you here?"
Phobos' entire thing is he always wears a mask, for the record.
Okay. All right.
You won't
like
get an answer to
Hennessy.
your message.
Okay.
But you wanted to see figures who you might know. This is one of them. Look at him, being a bit of dude. But he is praying currently. There's also, one moment, there's another person whom you don't know. Give me a few moments to find. Well, some of you will know her. This is her. She's currently flicking a knife up and down in the air. She's just flicking it up, catching it, flicking it up, catching it, flicking it up, catching it.
Oh,
Is that the one who saved Katya's ass?
No, that is not.
No. Okay.
It's the one who nearly murdered Francis.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Hello.
Do you wish to go over and say hello to her?
I can't tell if she's in.
You know what? I'll go over and say hello.
I'll go over and say hello.
I can't tell if she's an Asimite or a follower of Set.
Oh my god, ask her that exact question and see what happens.
That's not how you live a long life.
Yeah, no.
That's how you offend everyone.
Yeah, I know better.
Bear in mind, fun fact, the Assamites and the followers of Set fucking loathe each other. But as you walk up, she catches the knife between her two fingers and she looks and she says, "Interesting. When last I saw you, Master Belmont, you were rather more ignoble than you are now."
Yes, first impressions, not my best. But I'm glad that you're here. Is it sport or business?
You act like there's a difference between the two, Menshahid.
Fair.
My sport is often my business.
I assume you're given a help.
Where are my manners? She stands, because she was kind of leaning against one of the pillars. Ishari, Clan Astimite. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Mestina, Clan Tremaine.
Well, we can't all have everything, can we?
She'll just give a polite giggle.
I like that she's throwing shade.
The Assamites and the Tremere also hate each other.
Well, you just confirmed what she is, so that's cool.
She will look up and say, "Well, if I already have everything, there isn't much I can desire now, is it?"
I would always say, Menshahid, that there are many things that you can desire. Many people are just afraid to desire them.
That we are of the same accord.
But yes, needless to say, my clan has been given a rather generous bonus to kill some of this chaff, and we will reclaim the sacred blood in the name of Hakim. For the record, who the fuck's Hakim? I don't fucking know. Weird Assamite bullshit. There you go.
She just
Hey,
simply
there's actually somebody here that knows who Hakim is.
I know, right? Fucking reading the book and nod like a fucking heretic.
Yeah, gotta love Bruce. Anyway, she will not say anything. Good first impressions.
She kind of heaves herself up, and she starts to walk towards the door. Before she turns and she says, "On a side note, Francis Belmont."
Oh,
She's talking to you.
oh sorry, I kind of lagged for a little bit, so I missed what she said.
Oh no, she just said, "On a side note, Francis Belmont." How do I phrase this in polite company? I find you pleasing. Don't die. And with that, she just strides out of the room.
High praise from one of the children of Hakim.
What can I say? I make friends wherever I go.
Let's just hope this one doesn't blow up.
Well, there's more than enough syntax to go around.
It is at this moment, kids, that, for the record, the weather has actually been quite calm and sunny, for lack of a better word. However, it starts to change very rapidly. Above you, you see clouds beginning to billow. You see the sky beginning to roil and churn, and you see lightning start to flick across the expanse above.
Michael's going to look over at Francis. This looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, ominous. Not a fan.
Russ is. Oh, sorry, Michael. Wow, I'm playing my vampire. Bretman's going to look at Katya and Messina and say, can you guys tell if this has any mystical qualities? Because this seems to remind me of when Douchebag McGee showed up at the train station.
What would you like me to roll, Evan?
Do you have Auspex currently active?
Get it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Both of you can basically, because both of you have thaumaturgy and Auspex. That is the most wow. That's a whole bunch of unnatural. That is definitely blood magic. Really potent blood magic.
Yeah, they're coming.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I'd like to.
It's a whole lot of bad juju.
I'd like to look at. Do they have a map somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to pick out a building that has a pretty decent roof, or that's a rather tall building.
All right.
That
You guys are going to the docks, so basically any building affronting the dockland is a good vantage point because the docks are quite low.
Okay. So yes.
Yeah.
I do. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything. You do what you need to do, Francis. Or
I do have the Giovanni knife with me, of course, in a very, very nice looking harness.
Oh yeah, kids, the two thaumaturgists. If you look at that knife, holy shit, it's made of nope.
Do you want to tell them what it is?
They don't know. They actually don't have the correct requisite disciplines to know. They just know that it's made of sadness and hard places.
Okay.
It should not be stuck into them, is what they know.
Yeah, no.
It was a very nice item from the Giovanni, I have to say.
You called it a major boon to get it, to be fair.
I mean,
it had better be nice.
That's true, I did. I thought we would need all the help we could get, to be honest with you.
Seneschal Belmont.
my lord.
Mithras, for the record, he hasn't come down from standing above on the second floor. His hands are currently on the guardrail, and he's looking down as he says, "This is a motley collection you have gathered."
I find Dublin tends to be quite motley and unconventional, if effective.
My forces are ready to be deployed. Prince Hennessy has moved ahead and will begin pushing down from the north as soon as I give the signal. We are going to split them in two, and then we are going to ransack these docklands. Anything that is of value is to be taken. Any of these inbred, impure-blooded fools are to be put to the torch. You will show no mercy. I assume you understand.
Understood, my lord. I'll ensure that none of them leave these docklands alive.
Good. We have read reports that say the voivode Petrovich has moved from the castle and created his HQ in a large warehouse. If this is the case, he is to be a primary target for elimination.
Hmm. Francis thinks on this. He looks troubled for a moment. Destroying him directly empowers the Red Lister.
His brow kind of, you get the most emotional reaction you've ever gotten as he simply raises an eyebrow. You're not sure, but you think with
There
his
is a
level,
caveat.
you think with his level of potence, it takes effort for him to raise an eyebrow.
There is a caveat to that.
He looks at you and he simply says, "Did I give you leave to speak?"
I'm sorry, my prince. I simply had a little more information on the topic of the Red Lister.
I will listen to the council of blood witches and blood thieves when it is I choose to. There's almost a snarl as he says that. There's a very vehement dislike there.
Of course.
You see him, he stops. He makes like he's going to turn away from the conversation. Before he stops, he unbuckles his sword belt because he has a long sword that's hanging in his in the belt, a very old-fashioned style two-handed sword, and with casual ease he tosses it down, and he tosses it to Jason. And he will simply say, "You, great-grandchilder, will bear my sword into battle."
And Derek simply steps forward, places his hand into a fist and presses it upon his chest. I, my great-grandsire, because he has such a high amount of potence, picks up the two-handed. I'm assuming this is a Zweihander.
No. It's actually it's essentially a broadsword, so it's not quite as large as a.
Oh,
it's a hand and a half,
okay.
basically.
All right, okay, yeah, he'll pick it up with one hand. Either way.
For the record, Mithras' sword does strength +5 aggravated damage.
Yay!
Beautiful.
When this happens, Charlotte stops what she's doing, and she just smiles at the interaction between the two of them.
Bring it back to me stained with the blood of our bloodline's enemies.
They will no fear, my great
You have
grandson.
your position. You will lead this group, Seneschal. Any troops of mine that you encounter, you may also issue orders to. Do you have any questions?
Francis takes a very brief moment to consider before answering. My only question would be that, given the Red Lister's connection to the Archbishop, if you would still wish him destroyed or merely subdued.
Once again, there's a kind of a look of distaste that flashes across the face before he says, "You may now speak, witch."
Anyone who slays him with pride or longing for their own betterment, and it will break the seal. Someone who does it out of completely altruistic motives, on the other hand, will not break the seal.
And where is it that you suppose to find this diamond in the rough, this entity of purest heart and intent?
Honestly, I'm not certain.
Charlotte will actually give Katya a rather knowing look, and she just scratches the middle of her forehead.
Katya does not know what happened during the thing at the church. Helena erased her memories of it.
No, but she does know about the salubri.
Ah, yes, right in front of Starlight. Let's bring this up. Great idea.
No, I'm not saying the words. I'm using body language to get a message across, okay?
I don't really want to bring this up in front of Rufus
Katya
either.
just pinches the bridge of her nose, like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
She just raises an eyebrow and smiles at you.
The Red Lister and his flammery are of no concern to me. The Red Alistors will deal with him. That is their function. I will have this bishop's head. You will see to it. And Francis, he locks eyes and he says, "You will see to it." And I'm going to roll some dice.
Oh god. Well, difficulties 8. That's not bad. That's not amazing. Considering his dice pool.
Dominate.
God, which one is he using? Is he using Geas or Fealty, or is he using Jaws of Oberon?
You'll see. Okay, so he is going to use. Just give me a second. I have to find that damn thing because I've lost it. I think it's in Lord of the Bloodlines. Or Lord of the Clans, rather. True. Actually, what he's doing is technically two things, so I'm going to have to roll twice. His first is basically say his first is going to be a demand, which is you will claim his head for me, yes. Which one he is going to dominate you with the implied command to say yes. There you go. I had to work this out mentally.
Wait, so if he succeeds, I have to say yes, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God! Yes. What is your willpower?
8.
Enchanting voice drops it to 6.
Oh, that's sad.
He gets 6 successes. He will immediately say yes.
Yes, my lord, it will be done.
All right. At which point he uses another one. He is going to use fealty to sanctify that oath. You don't actually have to give the oath of your own free will. Cool.
That's a fucking yikes from me.
He has applied both fealty and chain psyche.
Ooh. Oh.
There you go. He is such a dick. But with that, he clasps his hands and turns away. He's still perfectly in talking range. He's just made it clear that I am done talking to you now.
That's the Mithras we know and love.
Sad. Yeah. Alright, Francis will turn to the group. Who was it? Actually, who was it that wanted to go up on the vantage point? It was Charlotte and it was Michael, I believe.
Yeah, it's Charlotte and Brightman, unless Brightman needs to be on the ground cloaking people.
Yeah, I haven't actually been told what Brightman needs to do.
You have a shotgun, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who else has a rifle outside of Charlotte? No one? Great.
Just shotgun.
Everybody's just got shotguns. That's actually...
Question: is the pistol heavy or light?
He's getting you a heavy revolver. It does more damage.
Does it have to be a revolver?
Yes.
Damn.
And explicitly, it's a revolver. Yeah, it has the revolvers and pistols are different types of weapons.
Okay.
Looking towards Francis, did you have specific assignments for us?
Francis kind of looks at the group real quick, kind of gets a quick view of the landscape, kind of sees the buildings that would be good for vantage, kind of judges everybody's weapons real quick. We've got swords, shotguns, and one rifleman. We'll need someone to accompany the rifleman as cover.
I can stand and obfuscate and provide overwatch for the person with the rifle, but do you need me to move troops onto the field?
No, but I would vastly prefer that you be an active participant.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I would vastly prefer you be an active participant.
Okay.
We'll need, by the time this is over, trust me, all of your ammunition will be spent. So he points to the vantage, to the vantage point, and we'll simply say to Charlotte and Brightman, you two provide us with overwatch up there. If anyone gets behind us, pick them off first. Do not allow us to be surrounded.
Okay.
Seneschal Beaumont. They're using rifles, yes. Are you sure they're going to be able to hit hard enough to take someone down? I'm not questioning your authority or your logic. I'm just trying to to see if I can be of more assistance.
Outside of this, and he holds up the flaming sword, which I am vastly appreciative of, by the way. What else do you believe could hit hard enough that they could wield? Obviously, a mundane weapon is not ideal, but is what we have on hand.
Oh, this is my thought. Perhaps if someone else were to she will turn to Katya and she'll hand over her sword. This is more use to you than it is to me right now. I'm gonna go help up top.
Katya would nod. Stay safe.
Michael
That's
Michael looked to Mistina and the rifle bearer and say, let's link up onto a group chat so that talking we don't disperse my cloak.
Okay.
He'll pull out his phone and start setting it up. We can still hear Enigma, and that won't break my obfuscate, but if either of you two speak, and it's done.
Before we get up to our vantage points, I'd like to pull out my phone and see if there is a text message.
Do you mind? I could do it telepathically.
I would rather let the technology speak for itself. It's how we Nosferatu have handled things since the invention of smartphones.
As you wish.
Also, I will point out that you are dealing with an incredibly ancient Tzimisce who was himself a master of Auspex.
Yeah, he probably has surface thoughts at least.
No, I upgraded them because somebody had to pull out Auspex 8, and I felt, my NPCs were shit by comparison. Cough.
No.
I'm not actually that petty, but that was just really funny.
I feel like I probably did a pretty good serve it. It's fine.
Okay.
And with that being dealt with, he will actually turn to Mari and he'll say, "Molly, Amelia." He kind of points. I assume the vantage point. We will assume, for the purposes of seeing that Charlotte's vantage point is on the right side. You'll hop across vantage points on the left side, so that way, when the rest of us confront them directly, there'll be a blob for you to fire into.
Okay, however, will the shotgun that I have be in range for what you need?
As long as you don't maintain so much distance that it is ineffective. But it should. But your weapon should be effective against.
I've got a question. How much obfuscate does Maui have?
4.
Okay. How much obfuscate does Amelia have?
4.
Sorry, give me just a quick second.
As you look something up, Maui will be like, I'm sorry for interrupting you, my seneschal, but did I hear you correctly? Did you want me to fire?
I'm sorry. I said you will accompany your clanmate up across the vantage points on the left side as we go to confront just about from the ground, which will give you a blob to fire into when we engage them. We will
I'm not-
effectively create a firing pen.
I don't carry any firearms, and I do not know how to use them. But stabbing a dagger in their backs is certainly one of my options.
Yeah, Francis just kind of grabs the bridge of his nose.
It's pretty simple. You aim, center mass, and pull the trigger.
So glad you pointed that out to me.
That is some good quality Nosferatu sass.
Let's be real. Nosferatu give the best sass.
I would
Sarcasm aside.
as a Toreador, I would like to dispute that.
Sarcasm
You
aside, our lives are at risk.
If you want me to use a gun, I am fine with trying it, but
You will
it's not my
join the
forte.
front. I will take the flank with Miss Ross.
If I may give a counteroffer to that, at least the first attack that I place, if I am not with the main group, would be as stealthily as I can master.
You will be a part of the frontal assault.
As you wish, my seneschal.
For the record, because I have to pull at people's heartstrings, you will see Hennessy and you will see Enigma. Basically, Hennessy, you will see Enigma because Enigma's ever so slightly taller, not by much than Hennessy. They kneel down and he presses his forehead to Hennessy's mask, and the two of them appear to be talking to each other.
Oh.
Enigma or Sketcher? Because that is Sketcher.
Why you gotta do this to me?
I mean, Sketcher and Hennessy. You see Sketcher lean down and presses his forehead to Hennessy's mask, and Hennessy has his hand on his shoulder. If you're listening, Sketcher is saying to Hennessy that he doesn't want him to die.
Oh.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Exactly. I'm not crying. Shut up.
Clan friendships, the fuck it.
Something
You know what?
Mm.
Fuck it, friendship and all that. Hennessy.
Hmm.
Do you want me to look out for him?
He is not going into the battle. He will be here, where he will be safe. He merely wished to see me off.
Michael's going to walk over to Sketcher and he is going to pull out Kodo and place Kodo onto Sketcher's shoulder, and then he's going to whistle, and Baru, his wolf, will come out and sit next to Sketcher.
Sketcher holds up a sketch that he has on his tablet. It basically shows all of you who were here gathered. Even if he doesn't know you, he just literally picked. He even has Mithras and a couple of other random people in it. That all of you, he has a picture. It's beautiful of all of you walking back just as the dawn is coming up, covered in like your clothes are covered in holes and there are cuts and bruises, but you're all there.
Oh,
Oh.
I want to cry now.
I would actually like to do something. I would like to walk over to Sketcher, and she unzips, I guess the top of her jacket or whatever she's wearing. Doesn't really matter because we might all die. And she actually pulls out a piece of paper, and she hands it to Sketcher, and it is a rough sketch or drawing that she did of a Greco-Roman statue.
Mm-hmm.
And she kneels down. 'Cause I'm not actually sure how tall Sketcher is, or if she needs to do that.
He's not terrifically tall. He's only about 5'8".
Okay, so she doesn't need to do that, and so she'll pull it out and she will hand it to him, and she will hug him, and said, "If I make it through this, I want you to teach me how to draw better." She will hand him the sketch that she did.
I
For the
would
record,
like to look at the sketch and say, "Oh, so that's what I look like."
Would you all like to form the conga line to hug Sketcher now?
Yes, please.
Michael's already done what he can for Sketcher, but he is going to place a hand on his head and he's going to make motions on his clothing. Nospeak. He's going to say to Sketcher, "You are a great Nosferatu."
Mhm.
And then he's going to turn and leave him to get his hugs.
Hennessy stands there for a few moments. You see him, he has his hands clasped behind his back. He looks over all of you. Once again, you can't really see anything under the mask. You can, if he breathed, you could almost hear that there would be an audible sigh before he will say, "When I was very young, before I entered into this life, we were always taught that one should have a good death. I've already died once, so I don't particularly have any interest in having a second good death. So I shall hope to see you all here tomorrow before the sun comes up."
Michael will nod his head to his elder and prince, and he will say, "I don't think you're rid of me quite so soon. I will be here in the morning, I promise."
Needless to say, Dr. Brightman, in the event that anything should happen to me, there are various documents that you will be able to access that pertain to my wills and benefices, etc.
Of course, my prince.
Good. I've always said that I would, if I had to die, I would hate to die in arrears.
I don't think that will be a problem. You,
Evan.
you better be here to meet me or I'm going to come find you. You know that, right, sir?
What were you saying to me, Vinny?
So it seems like they're in need of a second range person, and I'm only carrying a shotgun. Is there like a rifle available?
Yes.
Okay.
I can provide people whatever weapon they want.
What was that?
Is it an assault rifle or is it a standard rifle, like a bolt action rifle?
I think I can do both.
Mm-hmm.
Something high powered.
Then yes, she will indicate for as much as she prefers bolt action. She'll indicate that she would like to use a that thing, an assault rifle.
Yeah, will be given to you.
Should I back her up on the roof?
I'm equally as good up close as I am from far away.
You can take my place on the left, Fen. There is one last thing to deal with, and Evan, I have a bit of an idea. So, is there a freight or anything nearby? Basically, anything of a large sheet of metal.
Yes.
I want to tear it off.
You want to make a shield?
I want to make. It's not really a shield more than it is a mobile barricade that we can use to break up the numbers of the Sabbat and then just drop it when they're separated and divided. Basically, just prevent them from bowling us over through sheer force or numbers.
Okay, we can do that.
Sorry, I have one question that I need to ask Francis. Does he have access to things like silencers to kind of get rid of muzzle flash? Because I don't want them knowing where Charlotte is.
Francis, I think, does.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, he says, not that I believe will be particularly effective against our given firm the open nature of this conflict, but if you so wish.
I am the kind of person who will take all precautions necessary to mitigate any possibilities.
Good.
For the record, from his station, Lord Mithras, our forward units have engaged, sir. Excellent. Push forward. Show no mercy. you start to see red dots starting to move on the massive monitor screen that Enigma's working on. One by one, you also see green blips starting to showing enemy contact, and then one by one you start to see the red lights extinguish.
Shit. I would like to pull out my phone. Do I have any text messages?
You do not.
Okay.
Very good. Shall we, ladies and gentlemen, would you like to quick travel to your positions?
Yes, please.
Yep.
I would like to arrive at my position with the rifle put together already.
Is this also the moment that we would roll for obfuscate? Because if I can be obfuscated, I would really like.
You don't roll for obfuscate. You would just be obfuscated.
It's only if you're trying to oppose somebody, like using Vanish, that you need to roll for it.
Yeah, I was considering it, but I'll just go obfuscated.
So I have Mistina and Charlotte under cloak, throwing up Vanish, just in case I need to combat it. But basically, I'm taking.
Before you throw that up, question, Mr. ST.
Yes, darling.
With them, like, assuming they're going to storm the beach, correct? Am I correct in saying so?
What's going to happen is you guys are going to assault basically the docklands area, but you're not actually assaulting the beach itself. You're essentially coming from the town onto the shoreline, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I was just wondering if would there be any way for me to use a wall of basically Neptune Smite 3. 4, actually, excuse me.
Yes, there will be. You will be in a civilized area, which means you're always standing above a sewer.
All right.
So realistically, yes, you can. But yes, you will be throwing shit water at them. But by God, it's water.
Oh, it'll be a blowing wall of shit water, but.
All right, kids. So in this particular instance, you will leave. You will head out. You will wend your way through the city streets until you start to hear the muffled sound of and you start to hear the screams. If any of you have ever been in a large-scale battle with the Sabbat before, you start to hear the howls and the cries. You start to hear the screaming noise and the chanting of litanies. You start to hear all hell breaking loose. Until eventually, those of you with Auspex can start to smell the seawater. You're close. Until you are confronted. There we go. You see a grouping of these individuals race out of an alleyway, their muzzles and maws dripping crimson. Hands are more talons. They are hissing, they are spitting. There is nothing akin to humanity in those eyes. As one of them, a large, burly brawler, raises up a club that's been ripped through with nails and screams, "In the name of our Dark Father, send them back where they belong!" I felt that.
I'd like to roll initiative.
I mean, can we spend blood while we are going into that direction? Before we roll initiative, basically?
Yes, by all means, you can.
Please okay.
Awesome. Sorry?
Right. Sorry. I may have screwed my voice greater than I was expecting in that particular shout. It's fine, don't worry about it.
GG.
Oh, right, kids. I'd like you to all please roll me initiative.
Keep in mind the armor penalty takes away from initiative.
Seven.
Put down the -1 for the initiative roll, right?
17.
If someone could please make me an initiative check or an initiative check. For the record, by your count, there's about 11 Sabbat in this particular grouping.
Oh boy. Okay.
They will be using the swarm rules.
9, 10.
This might or might not be my vengeance for something.
Bishop, your dex is 6, so you go before Michael.
11.
Okay.
Bear in mind, those of you who are obfuscated, I'll get to that in a second.
I think I know what's going to happen with them.
Fuck.
Oh, could we spend blood as we're walking towards
For people that are just posting numbers, please post your character name so I can have it accurate.
Sorry.
I will also point out, guys, that in order to save us having to do this again, this is going to be your initiative for the night.
Okay. That's
shitty.
wise.
It's just so much easier that way.
Yeah, I agree. It really is.
Evan, Sabbat are tied with Maui for 13.
Maui can go first.
Okay. So I have Derek, Charlotte, Amelia, Francis, Michael, Maddie, Maui, and the Sabbat. Oh, there you are, Anthony. Mistina. Am I missing anyone?
Yes, you are missing Katya. Hers is 12. I just can't put it in the sidebar chat because I'm on my
No
phone.
problem. Okay. So, all right, so I will post this in side chat. Please let me know if I've missed anyone, okay?
By the way, guys, please keep account of your blood spends because it's going to become important. All right, so Derek, you're up first, dear.
Right. Which group was I in again?
At the moment, you're all together, so it doesn't really make a difference.
All right. Oh, well, I guess Derek is going to have to go full ham with this stuff and spend spend blood for potence, celerity, and fortitude. And, well, if they're going to try and charge him and, everything like that, he's going to have to take the Sword of Mithras and do one big swipe to try and take out as many as he possibly can, hopefully, anyway.
Cool. As I said, we're using the swarm rule, so basically you make an attack against them as a collective whole and they have a total pool of health, because it's just so much easier than me rolling individually.
Oh, that's decent. All right, let me... I messed up the... That's... Kidoksh. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 successes with the exploding 10 for a specialty in swords. So that's an extra 2. You say that the Sword of Mithras is
Strength plus 5.
Plus 5. Okay, so that's...
It's almost poetic that it gets to taste the first blood of the conflict.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Very, very fitting.
Right, so that's 2 extra dice for this. Okay, including potence.
Well, you spent for potence, so...
Yes, that's about 4. And ones don't take away, do they?
Correct. They don't take away from damage.
Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So either way, they're going to get hurt.
So you did 9 levels of damage to them?
9 aggravated, yes.
Cool. They automatically soak 3 of it, so you've inflicted 6. Continue. Next up is Charlotte.
Alright, so it's me. I'm gonna pull out the Giovanni dagger and go to town. So that's 4, 8, 11 minus the 1 from the Kevlar, so that's 10 dice.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
No, I'm on the computer, so I can do it. The DC is 4 to hit. Okay, so
That's the great thing about daggers.
what the difficulty is gonna be for? 7 successes.
Right, so that's your strength plus your potence plus your rollover, so that's 6 plus your strength plus your potence.
So that's 9.
Strength plus potence. Plus 1 because of the dagger.
Plus 1 from the dagger, so that's 10.
Yeah.
And it does aggravated damage.
Correct. Because it's made of soul steel. It's made of souls. No, Giovanni.
So that's I need to roll for that, right? Sorry.
Yes.
That's what, 10?
Daggers.
10.
Daggers made of nope.
1, 2, 3. I'm not sure. How many is
1,
that?
2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. They soak 3 of it, so 2 sneaks through.
Okay.
Next up, we're going to have Amelia.
I'm going to try and shoot them in the head with my shotgun.
Shoot with a shotgun.
First things first, I'm gonna spend 2 blood to increase my dex back up to 6.
Okay.
And in my roll,
Dexterity plus 5. I think a shotgun does 10 damage base, doesn't it?
8.
8. Thank you.
and also have a specialty in the dexterity precise.
That won't apply in this case, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so roll me 14 dice damage. Oh, sorry, that's not 14. Roll me 12 dice damage. I can bring.
There you go. Oh shit. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They automatically soak 3 of it. Continuing on. They're starting to look a little bit ragged. They are not having a happy day. Francis, you're up next.
Okay, I'm going to spend for celerity and fortitude. And pump another blood point into dex, putting me up to 7. And I'm just going to take a shot. Also, does my mobile barricade that I'm does that help?
It will knock off a single level of damage that they are going to inflict.
Okay, I shoot. Do I get a point blank bonus or not?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Seven successes.
So that means a total of 6 rollover. 8 plus is 14. Are you using a Dragon's Breath round or an ordinary round?
Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
That sucks. That's painful.
1. Yeah, they automatically soak it.
They automatically switch fire damage?
That sucks.
Do they automatically switch?
Strangely enough, fire doesn't count as aggravated for them.
It's that ritual.
Yeah. God, when I heard them saying litanies, I'm like, fuck.
Michael, you're up.
Michael's gonna hold his action and keep the shotgun at the ready in case he needs to shoot someone in the face.
Okay, Mestina, you're up.
We're providing cover to see if anyone breaks. That's
Okay.
what we're doing.
Maddie, you're up.
Well, seeing that the firearms are having not a lot of effect up front. She'll pull out the short sword, spend a blood for potence and celerity, and yeah, let's see how this goes. That's 5 successes. Well, at least the potence there, so that's 3 damage. That gets
Also, the ones don't take away on damage rolls, so that is actually 1. How much potence do you have?
3.
That's actually
So
5 damage.
Yeah.
So they take 2, they soak 3. Next up is Maui. Hi, Maui.
Hi.
Bear in mind,
I
you're obfuscated, so if you don't take an
Yes.
action, they can't see you.
That is interesting. If I would take an action, can I make a stealth roll to make it a sneak attack action?
No, you can just automatically sneak attack from obfuscate.
I mean, that would still require a stealth roll, right?
No.
Okay.
You're literally just jumping out behind somebody, going and stabbing them in the back.
How much bonus dice will I get from that?
Nothing. I give -2 difficulties. So you'll make your attack roll on a -2 diff.
But I'm attacking with the dagger, which is already a diff 4.
Then you'd be attacking at diff 3.
Can I make headshots?
Yes.
Okay, I will make headshots at diff 4 then.
Okay, you do the thing.
Okay.
Earning your extra 3 dots of damage.
Yes. I hope so. Because I'm not very good at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is.
So that is strength +1 plus rollover +3.
Strength +1 plus. What's the 1 for?
Dagger.
Okay, then there's another 1 for potence, so that's strength +2, +2 for the headshots.
+3 for the headshot.
Oh, +3 for the headshot, so strength +7, and then roll over was, I believe, 4. No, 3. So that's 10 dice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. They soak 3 of it. They take another 3. At this point, they lose the first of their number, who turns to ash on the ground.
Yeah.
Now it's their turn.
Uh-oh.
As per swarm rules, they will just do a set amount of health levels of damage to you. You will then have to soak these health levels of damage. They will
Can
do.
you use a bonus action or your celerity action to try and mitigate some of that?
Yes. If you wish to roll it, you may. Because I'm going to say right now, they will be doing a total of 12 levels of lethal damage to you, -1 for the shield. So they'll be doing a total of 11 levels of lethal to every person here.
Does that include the people that are obfuscated?
No, those of you under obfuscate are immune because they can't see you.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, I will roll to see what I can get. What would you like me to roll, sir?
If you want to spend one of your celerity actions, you can roll your dexterity plus your melee or dexterity athletics. It will burn one of your actions. For every success, you will lower their total damage by 1.
5 successes.
Oh my god, come on.
I'm
dude.
counting 6 if the 10 explodes. His specialty in Dex is lightning reflexes. I don't know if you want to give that or not.
That's fine.
Are we rolling?
Francis, that was your soak roll, wasn't it?
No, that
Sorry?
was my dodge.
Oh, that's very sad.
Kachi managed to soak a little bit of it. Not enough.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could burn multiple actions to do it, but
Soaking.
No, you can only attempt to parry once.
okay. Oh, I can parry with my melee. I could. That's like 4 more dice.
Yeah, but you didn't do it, so bad, Bishop.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage.
We're rolling.
Evan, how many levels of damage was it?
12 levels of damage.
A total of 11.
All right,
Can't we dodge?
I just said you can, yes.
Okay.
For dodge, what would that be?
Dexterity plus your athletics.
Okay. Okay.
Or dexterity melee if you wish to parry.
No.
Parrying, because
I want to dodge.
that's a higher dice pool. Can I add my celerity to this?
Yes, because you did not spend. Oh no! Unless you've spent for celerity, and unless you have a celerity action, you cannot dodge. Remember that.
Oh. Okay. Then.
Okay, so I've got a soak then. So
That's fortitude and stamina, right?
Fortitude and stamina plus your armor.
Okay.
Yeah, Kachi only soaked 4 of it.
Oh no.
Okay. Sorry.
Wait, what?
I don't know how to add the armor.
The armor is an extra 3.
Okay, so 3 extra dice. Okay. Sorry. Very anxious here. That's with 6 difficulty.
It's difficulty 6. By the way, on a side note, I think you've rolled way too few dice. I think.
What?
Unless, you know. So, right, does everyone have their damage totals, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 successes.
Okay, so the total damage was 11. So you have 11 minus 6.
So 5. Okay.
There you go.
So I have spent for fortitude. So I get 4 successes on the soak, and then soak another 2 automatically, which gives me minus 6, which puts me at 5. Oof.
And you were like, oh no, they have to do aggravated damage. I'm proving that swarms don't need to do aggravated damage to be effective.
No, swarms can kill you outright. We learned this in Changeling.
You have like
Wait,
10 dice to do that
That's
damage.
lethal or ag?
It's lethal.
Okay.
So it's actually easy to heal. It's a 1-for-1 blood to heal lethal.
Yeah, that's 7 lethal.
Oh,
for Katya.
you were torpid.
Yeah.
No, you're impact, not torpid, so you can actually heal.
I like my version better.
I took 8.
Oh, you're torpid.
Yay.
Did we just
Yep, sniper's down.
Katya's spending blood to heal. But when her turn comes around, anyway.
I don't think
All
we're
right,
gonna make
kids.
it past the second swarm. Oh god.
Do y'all feel as though do y'all feel the love of our Dark Father this evening?
Hey.
Funny thing is that Michael knows that if they actually met the Dark Father would kill them all as breaches of his rulings. So,
I mean,
Yeah, I was a little bit meta, but yeah.
Last I heard. Last I heard.
It's Katya's turn. So Katya, I take it you're going to heal some damage.
Yeah, spending some blood to heal some damage, so she's, at least, back on her feet.
Yes. All right. So now we go into celerity actions. Who had them?
Me.
I do.
Two of them, actually.
All right. So Derek, take the first of your celerity actions, which I assume are going to be big boy swings.
Yes, big boy swings. All right.
Like to let everyone know this isn't the actual fight yet.
I know, right?
Oh, wow. I hope I get dice rolls like this. Let's have a look at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Ooh!
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 10 extra dice for the damage.
That is a big boy swing.
16, 17, 18. Okay, this may be the big boy swing that finishes them all off. Maybe. Who knows? We may just completely fuck this up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 levels of aggravated damage.
Is that 12 with your potence or 12 without your potence?
With potence, yes.
All right. Another 3 of them turn to Ash.
3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are in total there?
About that you've ashed about 5, so there are about 6 left.
Okay.
Bishop, you're up next.
Me. Fuck the gun. I'm just going to use my sword. I'm so much better with my sword. Fuck this gun.
Would you like to spend willpower to negate your wound penalties?
Yes.
Okay.
So sword.
I'm sorry, I just noticed Vinny's gift. That's amazing.
This may be a Sabat game. Coldens haven't gotten here yet, guys.
I mean, I still have the Zemise that I never got to submit to Dublin last time, so.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
No. Damn. God damn, Chris.
I'm failing every roll. It's ridiculous.
Chris, you're getting hit by Methuselah's curse like bad.
Jesus.
I'm literally where oh my god, never mind. It's not a botch. I still got successes, so I don't botch. But never mind. Back to the other guys.
Does anyone else have a celerity action? Obviously, if not, we go around again.
I think I spent mine to dodge.
Okay. So, Barber, you can take your other celerity action.
Mm-hmm.
Another big boy swing.
Yeah, well, let's not count our eggs before they hatch. Yeah, swing and a miss with that one, I'm afraid.
No, you have a single success because you're 10 doubles. Oh, no. Yeah, there are 2 ones.
Yeah.
There are 2 ones. I thought I only saw one. So, yeah, Bishop, your next celerity actions. Bear in mind, by the way, a missed swing still counts with your burning blade.
Keep track.
Thought this was Mithras' sword.
It is, but Bishop has a burning blade, not a...
I can't even
sorry.
I'm averaging 3 successes. Okay, that's strength 5 plus 2 plus another 3 for the sword. 7, 10, then plus 2 from passive potence. 5 damage.
Okay, they will soak 3 of it. Another one falls. Dead.
Alright, that's 3 celerity actions from me because I spent 1 to dodge, 2 more got spent. I've got 2 more actions. Does anybody else?
No, I think you can just shoot away.
Okay. Okay, that one's better. 6 successes because of specialty in sword. So that's a 5 plus. Yeah, 5 plus 5 plus 3 is 13 plus 2. It's 15. 9.
Oof. Okay. Another one of them falls dead. Only 3 remain.
Last action. 4. So that's 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 2 is 13. 7.
Okay. Only 2 now remain. Derek, would you like to go again and finish them off at the top of the initiative?
Yes, of course I would.
Derek, master of the big boy swing.
Yes. Right. Opponent, celerity, fortitude, all that jazz. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 successes.
So if I roll over. Oh, you're spending for potence or anything like that? I should probably just find. Okay.
Okay, it's an extra 5 dice on that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Bye-bye.
The last of them turns to Ash, still praising Kane's name as you run the sword Mithras through his chest before he turns to Ash along with his fellows.
TFW.
I accept this. So, they have turned to dust in front of you.
Ah, shit. I was really hoping to be able to numb on one and get some blood back.
Also, at least one of you is in Topor.
I can't cloak. I'm going to point to Charlotte on the ground and say, I can't cloak her like that.
Well,
So someone
there's a
has
way to do this, but it's not pleasant.
Vinny?
Anyone here she particularly trusts?
Oh, no. Actually, I got really confused. Evan, I'm gonna pop clairvoyance to keep watch for anything flying over the horizon with like hellish intent.
Hellish intent, you say?
This is valid.
Oh, yes.
You
Maui
don't
has
see-
very good eyes and ears, so she'll be on the lookout as well.
You don't see anything hellish intent. However, you do see another group of 10 of these individuals racing at you down the path that you were walking down.
The text goes back. 10 coming. Second wave. Move fast.
I'm vanishing myself since I can't vanish an unconscious person.
Yes, you can. You 100% can vanish an unconscious person. They
I
don't
thought
even...
that I thought I needed cachet for that.
No.
Okay, I'll vanish her too and pick her up and carry her.
However, as they race towards you, you see another group of individuals head them off at a bend and start opening up at them with flaming ammunition, including what looks to be heavy-duty military-grade flamethrowers.
Nice.
Huh.
One moment, please.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What do they look like? Who's coming across the horizon?
They are being led by this man.
Oh.
Anarchs show up.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
But they eviscerate this group in the crossfire. 2 groups of them pin them in, at which point they are gouged aside with flame and death.
So are we going to complain about Charlotte inviting the Anarchs again?
They also allow someone to get torpedoed.
Yes.
Remember that? I'll be sassy
Yeah,
all day.
you know.
Fuck Anarchs.
You're the one who got them there.
I'm spending.
Better late than never. Okay, it was really
I'm spending 2 blood to get my wound penalties back a little bit. Not all,
Okay.
but you know.
Is somebody going to give dear Charlotte a blood point to wake her up, Sleeping Beauty style?
I will. I'm of her clan. Better stay in the clan.
Wait, she
All
has a generation higher than me, yeah?
She has to be generations lower than you.
Or lower?
Charlotte, you're eighth gen, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Vinny's blood will in fact wake you. Welcome to consciousness. Life is pain.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit of advice for the Tremere players, because I don't know if you guys know this. You can actually use Blood Rush to force them to heal themselves out of torpor.
I do realize that.
Yes, I do realize this.
Yes, you guys can heal. Anyway, the man in the mask steps forward. He's walking with a cane, and he appears to be almost like he's on a rather pleasant afternoon stroll.
Michael will release his obfuscate, which will consequently release everybody else's obfuscate, and will nod to the Baron, someone that he's met many times before.
By the way, Bishop, I choose to point out, it would be it's up to you. I don't mind one way or the other, but as she is a member of your line, it would probably be more appropriate for you to wake her up than having some stranger Toreador do it, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll give her a point of my blood.
Thank you.
All right, that's a point back to me.
All right. Question. When I went down, did my blood pool empty?
No.
Okay, so I would like to spend a minute and heal myself up.
Okay. This individual is walking towards you and he says, "You know, I love the smell of napalm in the morning."
Charlotte will
Yes, Vinny, he said the exact same joke.
Just a moment late, but it's fine, whatever.
Still keeping a lookout for things on the horizon.
Interestingly enough, you do see something interesting on the horizon. There is a large warehouse, but the warehouse roof has been cut open.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a helicopter inside that is making preparations to leave.
Shit, this is the time. This is the fucking time. I need to go get it. I need to
She kind of just points in the distance. Wait.
I need to get that thing, Evan.
Oh my god, you're gonna get the thing!
I'm gonna blow it up.
Is he breaking out the pig?
Maybe.
I am getting the pig.
But do you inform your compatriots of this fact?
Yes, I was like, look, across, hark. Let's not celebrate yet.
One moment, I just need to go grab something.
Maddie is going to take a elevated position. Bishop, I have a question for you because these are your guns. Do they have any optics on them? Scope.
Ironically, the person whom he gave one of his 2 sniper rifles to is not here, but he has another one. So it's up to you. Thank you. It's up to you if you give them one of the 2 that you have that has a sniper rifle scope.
Sure, just don't break it.
So, who has the ones with scopes?
You will have one of them, and I think Madeline will now have the second. She'll take us one of my assault rifles.
Okay.
She's holding.
I was just asking if the assault rifle has optics on it as well.
Does the assault rifle have optics? Evan?
No.
Okay, there you go. But I know.
Then I will be iron sighting this shit, but I will be taking time to aim at that helicopter.
Yes, I would like to find a vantage point, my designated point, and set my shit up. I have to go to the bathroom, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right. You will see a number. You will see a number of individuals in the. You'll see a number of individuals in the out in the open, in front of the warehouse, where the helicopter is preparing to take off. All around you, the city is burning, and you will see a number of individuals dressed in very, very advanced-looking combat gear, who are all very well equipped. And you will see this individual walking towards the helicopter.
Well, damn.
Who the fuck is that bitch?
That's the voivode.
Yeah, that's the
Hang on.
voivode.
Bishop, something that interesting will clock for those of you who know. Why is he leaving the city?
He's not. That's an assault chopper.
No, it is, but why is he? But bear in mind, he can only do so much. Why would he make himself vulnerable in a large flying machine of death that, if it was to explode, would probably take him with it? The method does. Why is he leaving?
It's a stunt double. This is a decoy. This is a photographed decoy.
Or a distraction.
That makes sense.
Then all specs is still up, and I'm waiting and watching. Evan, did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm pointing out he is boarding the helicopter.
I see that, but I'm going to keep my eyes open for anything else.
That's fine. All around you, as you use your incredible sense of second sight, you will see dozens of individuals, Cainites and humans, dying all around you as the city burns.
Shame, really. How long will we have to aim at this guy before it is out of sight?
It depends. Ultimately, a couple of turns.
Okay, so I'd like to take as many turns as I can to get a bonus dice equal to my perception score to try and take a shot at this person through the head.
Okay. That will alert them to your presence if they don't already know.
I feel like the flamethrowers and everything were a pretty good sign, but she'll let Francis know that she has a shot.
Take it.
Okay.
Evan,
Yes.
if we conclude that that's a stunt double, which does make a hell of a lot of sense, is there a roll we might make based on the city and the fighting allocations to kind of come up with an idea where the original might be?
I will give you. Bear in mind, you're making an assumption that it's a stunt double.
Yes, I do. I mean, the stunt double will still be taken out, but you know.
Give me. Actually, I'm going to wait for Vinny to take a shot, and then I'll answer some questions.
Okay. Cool.
5 successes on the headshot.
Yep. Roll me damage.
And that makes it lethal because it's through the head and it gets +3.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 3 is 14. Nine lethal to the head.
Cool. He will spend a blood point to reflexively soak 7 of it.
Shit!
Nice.
Like she looks out from the rifle. Like, that's just not fair.
Michael's gonna look around and say, I just realized he can turn himself into wind.
He could turn himself into wind. However, Lord Stalheim is doing some kind of magic that is interfering with him.
Oh, okay.
So, what did I miss? I'm sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
On a side note, based on that one statement I just made, his fortitude score, I think you can assume that this is not a body double.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna but still, it doesn't make sense that he is disappearing so openly. So I still have the feeling that he might be distracting us from something else.
Or he's flying out to meet the boat.
Yeah. And that is also an assault chopper. It can defend itself. By the way, Francis, Evan, Francis is getting the thing, the rocket man.
That's fine. By the way, Vinny, as you shoot him in the head, he points up at you.
Oh, fuck me.
At which point, Vinny, I'm going to have to roll some dice that involve the words that might rhyme with the lines "more of lames."
Use a bitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is spicy.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Oh dear.
Spicy. God damn it. I'm like,
Oh
I
my god.
apologize for volcanic nothing. Give me just a second.
Wait a minute, is he summoning the volcano? Because I thought he couldn't do that right now.
No, he can't, but he can do something else.
Oh.
Thaumaturgy.
Lure of Flames.
No, it's not actually Lore of Flames. My apologies. It's actually
No?
it's Way of Fire. My apologies. I got it
Way
wrong.
of Fire is
Yeah.
terribleness.
But Way of Fire is
Terrible.
Coldunism, which he's not supposed to be able to use right now, so I'm confused.
No, he can't use it on a huge scale like he was doing. Personally,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he can.
Oh, okay.
Terrible news.
That's not good. That's not good at all. Because Way of Fire is not fire. Way of Fire is just like elemental fire.
So glad that I healed up.
Hi,
But
Benny.
I feel like this is going to hurt either way.
Take 6 levels of aggravated damage.
Oh,
I can soak 3 of that
Oh.
with my armor.
Not fire. You can't automatically soak fire damage with fortitude. You have to roll it.
It's the armor.
Oh yeah, you can roll your full soak. So you can roll your fortitude, and you can roll your fortitude, and you can roll your armor as you soak. But that's crunchy.
Well, okay, so it's 5 aggravated damage. It still hurts.
And that's a raw check from a lot
And
of people.
immediately going to throw herself to the ground, spend a willpower point so she won't rot strike. And
Okay.
begin to roll, just being like, "Someone help, please."
But remember, it's really interesting because he doesn't turn his head to do it. He doesn't look at you. He just points at you.
Sorry.
Focus fire. Take it
Like
down.
with shitty water, I don't care.
I put him out.
Sorry.
The chopper, the engine starts to drone to life. Actually, the engine has been more than droning to life, but the door is closed as the bullet wound where you literally shot him straight between the eyes. It's really interesting as the bullet itself basically flattens against his skull.
So, just so everybody knows, that was a high velocity round straight to the face that he just tanked. Like it was nothing.
He's been around for a long time.
Do we have any MP cannon?
Well, that's about to end as Francis loads his RPG.
Hooray!
Oh, there we go.
What the fuck?
Finally.
Oh, my dear Seneschal.
Do you want
Michael's
to,
gonna-
Francis? Do you want to roll me Dex Firearms? I think the phrase you're looking for is more than life itself.
Yes. You can't spend willpower for automatic successes on attack rolls, and it makes me sad.
I hope you have a
Remember,
high
you're also still at hurt.
Yeah, I will spend willpower to ignore that.
Okay.
Michael's just looking at that like, you got that from Sideshow, didn't you?
Ironically, yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Next 5, 15. Minus 1 is 14 dice. God, if I fail this round, I'll be so pissed.
I believe in you, Bishop.
I get 8 successes. To
Okay, this thing does a base of 25 aggravated damage.
Dice are levels.
Levels.
Fucking hell.
So 25.
Plus 8. That's
25 plus 7.
32.
30.
37.
No.
37.
Basically, as the helicopter is just taking off, you shoot it. Bang! The helicopter itself shudders. You think it's going to take off. You think it's going to be able to survive. You think the armor took it before there's another rippling explosion along the top, and the thing crashes down to earth again.
Oh shit.
It doesn't explode. because these things are designed not to explode. But you have grounded it. At which point you see the Voivode. He stands up to where he had seated himself, and he kicks the door clean off, and it goes a good 20 feet.
Round two,
Dead.
bitches.
Here we go.
Nice knowing y'all.
Evan, sorry. Quick question for personal plot. Is Jack here?
No.
Okay.
He draws a sword from his belt that appears to be screaming as he does so.
Oh.
Son of a bitch, he got another one. Oh my god. Well, of course he does. He probably has like a rack of them in the castle so they can scream at each other.
He then flexes his fingers, at which point the 5 obfuscated Vosged appear.
Nuts.
Talk of the butt.
Obfuscating. Now.
I just want to go ahead and make sure I understood this correctly. You said Vosged, not Schlachta?
I said
Yeah,
Vosged.
he said Vosged.
Yeah.
I am going to
Die.
I'm gonna obfuscate.
I'm
I like how you think
obfuscating.
To his obfuscate to his aspects, that makes a difference.
It doesn't matter. Maybe to the others it might.
Ours won't, right?
He looks at Francis and he says, "It doesn't matter, you know. We've already won."
Don't suppose you have a second shot, Francis?
I do get 2 shots in this thing, but I'd have to reload it.
I mean, we can buy you time. This is fine.
Cannon fodder.
Yep.
No, it's at this moment. It's at this moment you hear Enigma come through on your speakers, guys. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I'm gonna have to do this right. Guys. Oh shit.
Told you.
He's gonna kill me. My lord.
Running away. Running to the headquarters. Fuck this shit. Running to the headquarters.
You can tell he's talking to Mithras. We're experiencing, or rather, we're not, but on the continent, the entirety of southern France has lost power, sir. The ship's diverting. It's not coming for us. We're receiving reports that they're spilling over the Spanish border, sir. You just see the Voivode smile as he says, "It's funny when you keep your eyes fixed on one location, how it is another hand can move."
But my fist is right here.
I am so claiming dips on this.
What gives on what? Running away?
On knowing that this was gonna be a fucking diversion.
All right, kids. Voivode 2 Electric Boogaloo is on.
I don't wanna.
I look to Francis like, bruh, is this a tactical retreat or we dying here? Like,
No, I have fealty, bitch. I'm going to fucking kill this piece of shit.
oh honey.
And by that, I mean we are.
Nice knowing you.
Evan forgot he fealtied him, didn't you?
No, I just rolled a 28 for his initiative.
Holy Jesus.
Holy fuck.
I don't want.
Okay, here we go. Bring it.
Well, we're all dying here.
No, as the headset cuts off, you basically hear Enigma saying, "Sir, we're receiving reports. They're landing in Brittany, sir. They're gonna be in Paris in 3 days." And just the line goes dead. At which point you hear, cutting across the feed, you hear just a simple voice. It has a very, very, very heavy Spanish accent that if I try, it's going to be terribly racist. But it just says, "Checkmate," and then the entire system goes dead as if it was fried.
I just want to point out how fucked we are at the moment.
Come on. We're gonna gloriously die, guys. Nothing can go wrong. Let's do this.
How and ever. There is one more development before we actually engage in fisticuffs, because some people were intelligent. All right. Now then, you see on the left-hand side, there are a grand total of, as I said, he uncloaked 5 Vosged. There are 3 of them on the left-hand side. They start to lumber clumsily towards you, as those ponderous sacks of meat are wont to do. You really feel as though the end has come and that you are going to die. If you pray, now is a good opportunity. Yes. Until moving with a speed that you can barely fathom, you see, there we go, this woman cut down 3 of the bones in nearly a single move.
Yes. Yes.
Is she familiar at all? I can't remember.
Was that me or?
That was because her mentee asked her to come. Or actually, that was because her mentee didn't ask her to come, but she came anyway.
I love her.
Because oddly enough, he actually really likes her mentee and doesn't want him to die.
I didn't know not asking for help from this creature was intelligent, but thank you.
Well, basically, you proved that you could stand on your own 2 feet, but that doesn't necessarily mean you need to throw your life away.
This is true.
She views you kind of like, how would I phrase this? That the tiny puppy that she likes nonetheless.
Yes,
yep, the Chihuahua.
I am.
The puppy does derpy things, but that doesn't equate the love for the puppy.
It just makes it more lovable.
Exactly.
All right. We are going to enter the initiative as the Voivode once again moves with near impossible human alacrity, jumps into the air, wielding his sword over his head as he attempts to cut Francis in 2.
Oh, what the fuck?
No. You did just blow up his fucking helicopter.
Oh, shit. Can I actually, if I spend celerity, can I just make it so that he can't actually get anywhere near me?
No. Because in his action, he can reach that distance, and you cannot move as a reaction.
Shit.
You can, however, declare your action to try and dodge his blow.
I have lightning reflexes.
Do it.
All right.
12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 successes!
I can't. Oh shit! I can't dodge that. I think I need to get a perfect.
Oh wow! It's almost like yesterday, where the exact same thing happened.
Hi. Hey! I can't actually. You literally have over 10 dice to soak aggravated damage standard. I don't. I have 5. So we are not comparable.
You have a shitload of celerity to dodge.
Well,
he'd have to actually gain a success on each of the rolls. If he doesn't, this ends badly.
Well, can't one of us just shove him out of the way or something?
Nani?
I mean, hey, I will take assist checks to help.
Hang on. I'll be generous. if people wish to give up their actions to assist, they can lower the difficulty of his dodge check.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm a bro.
Yeah.
I'm a bro. I'm a
Yeah.
bro. Fuck it.
All right,
Yeah.
3 people. So 3 hands grab Francis and yank him backwards.
I was
Your
gonna
dodge
say
check
make that 4.
It can't go any lower, unfortunately. But
Actually,
your dodge
aw.
check is now made at difficulty 3.
Okay, here goes nothing.
You
Spending
better
it
not
up.
fuck it up.
Are you fucking serious? Look at all those ones.
That is
We
an
said
oof.
don't. We said
That's
don't fuck it up.
That's an oof.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's an oof.
That's
Do you have any specialty?
I do. It have lightning reflexes, which I think counts in this case, but that literally is half his. He's still going to kill me. There's no way I can survive this.
We're pulling back Ash.
Unless people want to share in the damage, unless people want to literally body block, I don't think there's actually anywhere I can
Sure.
live.
I'll body
Okay.
block.
I mean,
It's like
I
I
mean,
did
if
for
they're,
we're dying anyway.
We can't share body block a sword. That's how. I'm not trying to be how do you do
I
that?
don't mind body blocking this. If I survive this,
Sasha,
Clan Toreador is gonna
understand-
love me.
You're not
I
gonna survive
understand
it.
your bloodlust to throw yourself into the typhoon. We're talking about logistics. How can you know?
hang on. Okay, hang on.
I will
Bishop,
push
how
him
many
out of the way instead of pulling.
Bishop, how many successes did you actually get?
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 2 is 11, minus 4 is 7.
So you literally cut his successes in half. So that's 5 plus 5 plus 1 is that.
I can oh, Jesus.
11 aggravated damage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I cannot possibly survive that.
Evan,
Mm-hmm.
I am fine with pushing Francis out of the way instead of pulling him.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
You
with
both,
Francis,
you may both take 5 aggravated damage.
cool.
Actually,
Okay.
Francis may take 6. You may take 5 because it's 11 technically.
Spending fortitude.
I'm spending a willpower to ignore my wound penalties.
Let it never be said, I was not a fair and merciful god.
You are a fair and merciful god as you hit me for 11 egg.
It's ag, right?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Once again, no.
crap.
I'm sorry. I love how you have this thing of you were throwing much higher numbers than that at me yesterday.
I don't think I actually hit you for more than 10 egg. I think 11 is actually higher than any amount of damage I throw at you.
That might be true. I think
That's real. That's real right there.
the creature kept fluffing its rolls because it was hitting with like 15 dice, hitting with like 15 dice to hit, and it was doing a shitload of successes.
It doesn't have automatic
Question.
there.
Question.
Yes.
Does Kevlar soak ag?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh boy.
No, I'm not gonna. Okay, so I take 2.
Whew. I take 3. Oh boy, I don't need to do this again.
All right. It is now Derek's turn.
Right. Remind me, beginning of the scene, did we say that we could kill this guy? I don't know. I heard something about Lord Esha.
Mithras said he wanted him dead.
Right. Okay, let me take my... Fuck off. Sorry, I'm just getting things from my computer messaging me. Alright. Same verse as the first, or you know how this whole thing goes. Potence, celerity, fortitude, boop, and...
How much, by the way, because you've been spending quite a lot, how much blood do you have left?
11 by my check.
Cool, continue on.
Right. And... boom. Tremendous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 extra. Not the best, but, you know.
Cool. Roll your damage.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, give me a second. He automatically soaks 7 of it due to fortitude, and I'll roll his armored soak. You do a single point of aggravated damage to him. He seems to be chagrined.
Well, at least we got something.
All right, Charlotte.
I'm gonna burn 3 for Dex. That leaves me with a single blood. That's hold on. 7, 11, 14. 10's double, specialty in knives. So, hold on. Diff's 4. Ten successes.
All right, roll me your damage.
Damage is gonna be.
Actually, hang on. It's more than 10 successes. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on. How did that get? Hang on. Yeah, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's actually it's 13 successes. So 12 roll over.
All right, so 13 successes. So that's gonna be 13 plus strength. That's 15.
Plus 1.
Plus 1 from potence. Plus 1 from the dagger. So that's what, 16?
Yes.
16 dice. All right, so 16 d10. It's all aggravated.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of aggravated.
He soaks it all with his fortitude.
Fuck. Oh well. Okay. Can I? I don't know if I can attack and move.
No, you cannot. So next up, we have
Amelia.
No, because I gave up my action to protect.
Excellent.
Oh shit, that's right.
Next up, we have Amelia. Next up, we have Francis.
Oh God, well, I'd love to gain some distance on this asshole and shoot him from a distance, but he seems to cover the distance very easily. So
he potence leaped.
Yeah, if he can just cover the distance, then there's not much point. Because I think with his amount of potence, no matter how fast I run, he'd be able to hit me anyway.
It's also because you have one of the only weapons here that can actually really threaten him. Just saying.
Alright, has he spent for celerity?
Yes.
Oh God, fucking Christ. One moment. I think I've got no choice but to spend all my actions and try and just hit him with Dragon's Breath.
Does anyone here have common sense?
Someone does.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you know what would be a really interesting idea?
I do too.
Okay, both of you, ironically the Nosferatu, have good ideas. So it's going to take 3 actions to reload that RPG. What if you were to throw it from person to person and each have them do a step?
Michael will look over at Francis and say, "Toss me the RPG. I can take 1 step. And I can pass it to somebody else who can take another."
Okay, done. Fair enough. Now I fucking move, because I don't want to be in the blast radius. So I'll spend celerity just to get out of the way of what's going to happen.
out and away.
Technically not cowardice.
However, you are stopped. You have to claim this thing's head, remember?
Mm,
Hmm.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
I don't have.
Mm.
Does that mean I'm going to be in the blast radius?
Not necessarily. But retreating from it at this point is not necessarily something you can do.
No, I don't want to retreat from it. I just want to
Okay, cool.
be
Gain
not.
distance, yes, you can do. Are you
Right.
spending a willpower point to be able to move?
I took. I'm currently at mold. So yes, I'll spend a willpower point, putting me down to 5. No, 4. I'm at 4 willpower. But I'm just gonna gain distance. If that still allows me to shoot, then I'll do that. If not, then I won't. But at this point, the RPG is our only hope. So, handing that off to Brightman.
All right.
And if again, I'll leave it up to you to whether I can shoot, because I don't know how far I can move, or like how far I have to move before that isn't a thing, or the sort of distance. It's very abstract, so I don't know what the limitations are here.
Use your full 30 feet of movement.
Well, technically I can move faster than that if I'm spending willpower because I have celerity 5, and it's just.
It was a joke.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm not getting it. I bet.
It was a D&D joke, dear.
I feel bad. And now I know I haven't.
Okay, we lost our SD.
All right, show's over.
Andy's back.
God damn it. Show continues.
I was going to say, bear in mind, Bishop.
Oh, pardon?
We're on first, if you recall.
I can hear you clearly.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me? Can you not? Can you hear me? Can you not?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. You know that you were unhurt.
Yeah, I was on hurt. I've taken 2. That puts me down to mold. Spend a willpower, I can move a full distance. I'll let you decide whether me moving distance still allows me to take a shot or not, because I don't know how big the blast radius is, or like the sort of actual
Ultimately, shooting a dragon's fire round could probably. The problem is that it's literally like a poof of explosive flame. It's not like a single shot, so you can shoot it, but you might hit one of your friends.
Okay, I can't afford to hit my friends right now, so I'm not going to shoot. I'll hold that particular action.
Okay. Can I get the initiative order again, please? Just copy and paste it for me.
Oh, one moment.
There you go.
Thank you. Next up is Michael.
Oh wait, that's
It's
not
the old
that's
one.
the old
Yeah.
one.
I mean, for us, it still is the same,
Oh,
except
you just
for
had the
like,
voivode first, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
There we
Jesus.
go.
It's
Crap! I double pasted it. Sorry.
it's like, Michael, you have the RPG, so you can start the reload.
Yep. On Michael's turn, he will start the reload to pass it to
Roll
the
me
next
an
person.
intelligence technology check to make sure that you're able to do it.
Ooh, that's actually a good roll for me. That's not 7 dice. Can I use my specialization in subject authority?
Yes.
Difficulty?
7.
2 successes.
Yep, you are able to begin the first step of the process.
I'll pass it along and try to explain as it goes.
Okay, next up is Mistina. You were throwing a gun, a really big fancy gun.
I can't actually use it because I spent my turn to pull Francis out of the way.
Excellent. Maddie, in that case, you were tossed the gun. Like a hot
Okay,
potato.
spend a point. Spending a point of celerity, can I use intelligence firearms?
It's intelligence technology because this is so. It's not an ordinary gun at this point. It's a highly technological piece. So, do you have technology?
Don't have technology.
Oof.
I don't know with the assistance of Michael that I can roll it at a high diff.
Can you say I kind of explain the next step, or do I need to make another roll for that?
I'll let you roll it at difficulty 9, Vinny, and I'll let you roll intelligence firearms.
Okay.
Don't botch.
It jams. It explodes. Oh god.
And then we all died.
That's not.
Apparently, to be fair, apparently I have to live up to Vinny. I have to live up to Vinny's Michael Bay scenes with enough explosions.
That's not something to us, bro.
I have one success because of the willpower.
I'm gonna say you don't disrupt the process. I'm gonna roll a chance die to see if it works or if it doesn't. Vinny, would you like high or low?
Oh god. High.
Wanna get high?
That had to be just unhelpful. I'm gonna roll that again because that was uniquely unhelpful.
5 or higher, round up.
Technically, according to macro, 5 is actually a high.
There you go.
Okay.
You successfully managed to shove the prepared device into the machine. At which point, Maui, you're up.
No, I'm not. I was just not because I jumped in front of a sheriff.
Hey, Katya, do you have a single dot in technology?
Yes, I do. I have 3 dots in technology. Thank you very much.
You want to roll me intelligence technology?
Yes, that I can do. With an angry baby in the background.
Angry baby!
He's
I feel
not
like
happy
that's-
today.
I feel like this is what Francis sounds like right now with the amount of damage she's taking.
I mean, he's not the only one.
Does her intelligence specialty in calculating come into play?
No, unfortunately not.
Damn. Okay. Spending a willpower because not failing.
One back.
Whew, that's 3 successes with the willpower.
All right, Katya, you managed to slam down the top of the RPG rocket propelled grenade. Lol. And it is ready to fire. Roll me your dex firearms.
Oh god.
So bad.
Can I spend blood to increase my dex?
Yes, you can. Don't botch.
Dear God, don't botch. You botch.
Bear in mind, because you don't have the firearms skill, it is at a +1 difficulty.
I do. I have 1. I have 1 in firearms.
Nice. Okay, willpower is your friend.
I'm just gonna.
Yep.
This is too intense.
Are you sure you don't want to throw it to someone else?
You can't use willpower.
She can throw it to somebody else. The Voivode will get his first celerity action though before they can shoot it.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Everyone will die.
Yeah, Katya, do it. Fuck.
Luckily, her capped out dex is 6, so.
Do it! Relatively, if you don't fuck it up.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
What the fuck? Really?
What did you do?
Are you real right now? Are you real?
She didn't botch, she failed. So now the Voivode and half of the players in here, I'm going to determine by random roll, need to roll Dex Athletics, or else some fun shit's gonna happen.
Oh,
God damn.
I don't have athletics. This is how I'm gonna die.
All right, so Jason, Brett, Amelia, Katya, and Maui all roll me your Dex Athletics. Please. This is
What's
going
the
to be difficult.
difficulty?
Difficulty 8, needing a threshold of 3 successes.
Can I spend a
3 with
willpower?
the willpower.
Yes, you can spend willpower.
Okay, I'll spend
Yeah,
willpower
spending
too.
a willpower.
2.
Question. This was Ag, right?
Uh-huh.
This is a fireball of death and destruction.
I already spent willpower.
Never mind.
Okay, 3
Oh, yeah.
successes
Oh,
for the
that's
spend
3.
willpower. Yeah, that's 3. That's 3.
I'm
I
dead.
really would like to know, so I can't spend willpower anymore, correct?
Have you already spent it this round?
I've spent it this round to ignore my wound penalties.
Then no, you cannot spend it again.
Okay. Oh boy, you guys know I'm like 1 damage away from like, oi. Oh God.
I'm sorry.
I'm poof.
He did say that there would probably be casualties.
The Voivode does have
I'm
to get
fine with
caught.
this.
The Voivode does, however, get caught in the blast.
Good.
I may hope so. I'm standing in front of that bitch.
All right.
No, my new friend. No, don't die, new friend.
Sorry. I mean, I don't know if this.
So,
if
hang
this
on,
is
guys,
bad or
guys. Who succeeded on the check? Who succeeded on the check?
I did.
I did. Barely.
I mean, I had
Yeah,
1 success.
Barely.
All right. Who had 1 success?
I did.
All right. I'm gonna roll some dice.
I had 2 successes. Does that help?
No.
Yes, you're gonna take slightly less damage.
Okay.
Oh man.
Didn't you spend a willpower, Saskia?
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Okay. So you did get
But-
at least 2 successes.
No,
Howie,
no. Oh, yeah,
I think.
How's it going?
I think.
yeah.
Made it.
Ironically, this happened to Heather when she made a new mage once. I killed it in the first month.
Oh,
To be
geez.
fair, I received a slightly less bad version of this in the form of the carbon, so.
So, Mary, did you only have 1 health level left?
Yep.
On 4, do you only have the 3 points of armor?
Yep.
Maui immediately turns to dust.
Bye bye, guys.
Sorry.
Man, I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm so
cool.
sorry,
I will-
Saskia.
I will revenge by building a Kia seat. Ha! Deal with that.
I'm okay with this. If it helps, hashtag it was somebody's fault.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly narrate that, as Maui turns to ash, there are 2 items that will remain on top of like the pile of jackets, because she was always covered in a pile of jackets. And like from underneath the pile of jackets, there is the dagger that she was holding. And in the other hand, she was holding a tuning fork. So those 2 items are just lying there as the ashes kind of flow out of the jackets.
Wow, who was in the second band radius? Who got 2 successes?
I did.
Anyone else 2 successes? The Voivodas as well, but anyone else 2 successes? Brett, you only take 1 aggravated damage.
Oh, thank God.
You can soak that with your armor if you'd like.
I have no armor because I'm a stealth-based character.
And whoever got 3 is out of the danger zone. So the Voivode literally has his cloak burned.
And Michael is on the ground putting himself out.
Fuck's sake. Okay.
It was unfortunate, it was a swing and a miss. What are you gonna do?
I mean, was it though? It's still a Tremere, Just gonna plant that there.
Oh, the shade. That sweet Nosferatu shade.
Okay.
Someone who's watching the scene just sent me the message, damn it, that was a nice cloak.
Okay, so how do we? Okay, what do we?
It's now celerity actions, which means the Voivode takes his first celerity action.
Oh god.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
But
What's
just
that
wait,
smell?
never mind.
What was that, Bishop?
No, never mind. I was thinking of something, but actually, no. It is. Wouldn't if that thing went off, would we all have to roll courage because that's a giant ass explosion?
Yes, those of you who have to, those of you who can succumb to Roshrek should roll.
What's the base though?
With me on
It's
fire,
going to
I
be
have to
difficulty
roll.
6 because it's actually quite a big fire.
My ashes will skedaddle. Hey, Evan, quick question.
Can I
I
bear
know.
willpower
No,
on that?
never mind.
Sorry.
Self-control. Oh, courage. Great.
Courage.
3
What
dice.
were you saying to me?
I know Jesse wants in. Would you let him in at this point? Because
No,
I will
like
make
the scene's
Okay.
practically over, realistically.
That's cool.
2 successes. Yes. Finally, one of my short dice pools worked out for me.
Yeah, also 2 successes.
Yeah, 2.
The Voivode smiles as he looks to you all and he says, "You are outmatched. I have no interest in killing children. Give me that one," he points at Francis, "and I'll let you all live."
Katya can't let that happen, can she? She's bloodbound to him.
No, you're not. Bear in mind, 2 points. Yeah, in face of your death or him, you can walk away. It's not the complete 3-point blood bond.
Yeah, you just have to spend a willpower, I think.
Yep.
He's our
Problem
shadow.
is that Michael doesn't just leave people behind. It's kind of a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a thing. No.
Where's Helena?
Fighting the other 2 Vosged.
Okay.
So we're not getting mollywopped by Vosge.
So, it seems as though your friends are willing to die for you. How tragic.
Is this going to be one of those things where the 2 people that Roshrek actually are the ones that survive?
Who's Roshrek?
Me.
That's me and Charlotte, I think.
For Christ's sake.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, both of you proceed to bolt. And oddly enough, Vinny, the answer is probably yes.
God.
So it's Vinny and who else, Roshrek?
Me. Charlotte.
Yeah, you both
Do I
bolt.
need to roll? Did I need to roll courage or self-control? I may have overrolled.
Courage.
Courage.
All right. Yeah. In that case, Derek, Rotrex as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So you will bolt from the scene. The last thing you will see is the Voivode advancing on poor Francis with his sword in hand.
Can I pick up Mithras' sword?
You know what? Because it's
Derek
flat
still
out.
has it.
Yes. What?
Oh,
Derek still has it.
I'm gonna roll
No,
a chance.
if you Roshrek, you have to drop that shit.
No, you don't. But we'll roll a chance die to see if the shock of the Roshrek causes him to drop it. High or low, Jason?
Let's go high.
Okay. Yeah, no. Oh, it's. You know what? The stern influence of your ancestor with that 10 is going to keep you from Rosshrecking.
Really?
Yes!
Good.
It's almost like he's judging you from very
Guess
far
what
away.
it is then?
So, right, we have 2 people Rosshrecking.
Yeah, this is pretty much Derek's face when that happens.
It's
That's amazing.
Where is Daddy Mithras, by the way?
That's a good question.
He's
Silently
leading.
judging us from afar.
Yes, he is judging you from afar.
Like, if there's any moment that we really need our daddy, this is the moment.
Please don't call him that. That's
I'm
rude.
not going to bring another random Methuselah to help you fight a random Methuselah.
That disturbs me.
All right, so it is the Voivode's first celerity action. So, with that in mind, he is going to, because he wants that particular bauble, He is going to run Jason through with his sword.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
Because Francis thought it was going to be him. Oh shit, hang on. That is the completely wrong dice pool. Forget that roll. Ever existed. Wow, that was a terrible roll.
Okay. Can I parry that?
Yes, by all means.
Okie dokes, here we go. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 successes to go
Yes,
through.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 2 is 6. So how many did you get?
6.
Wow, the two blades crash off each other. But Mithras' sword, the sword that was made by the hands of a great Methuselah of old, a sword that has drunk the blood of many people for centuries, slices through the Voivode's blade made of blood and viscera, splintering it in two, leaving him without a weapon.
Like that would make a difference.
Never has this picture been more appropriate. I'm gonna keep using this if this keeps happening.
All right, so that is one of your celerity actions used to parry him. Who else has some celerity actions?
I do. Who else does? Is it just me and Derek?
I do.
I think it's just
I'm
you,
running
Derek.
away.
Yes, you are what we call in the business bold Prince Robining. So, Francis, do you wish to shoot this mofo repeatedly and with a vengeance?
Yes.
All right then.
Back of the head, buddy. Back of the head.
He is currently standing with his back to you, so you will get the -2 death.
Nice. And I can shoot him in the back of the head. Hopefully that doesn't give him stuff. I don't know. I'm so blind right now. Yeah, I gotta spend a bit of blood to boost my dex up to beyond. It's mortal, even his generational limits, so he's pumped. And I'm shooting him in the head.
Okay.
5.
Okay, roll your damage.
So that's 4 plus 8 is 12, plus another 3 is 15. So I need to roll well here. Oh, I do. I do 11 aggravated damage to him in the
You
head.
had the +3 for shooting him in the head?
Yeah, that's why it's a 15 dice and not a 12.
Okay.
All right, he actually has to roll his soak for this because he doesn't have the ritual open on him. How much damage did you do? 11.
11, and if I do 5 damage to his head, he's decapitated, and it kills him instantly.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
That's the rule. That's the rule I've used in other. And by used, I mean I've been subject to in other venues. But if you don't apply that here, and you don't apply that here, it's your choice.
Yeah, no, I mean you can take off his limbs, but I've never heard of taking off his head.
It may be only with melee weapons. I don't know. But yeah, if that's not valid here, then it's not valid. So yeah, I'm completely obviously it's completely your call. So
You shoot him, and you take off about half of his head. He stops, and blood gouts from his lips as he turns and snarls at you. He is like, I will tell you right now, you effed him up something proper.
how is he still alive?
He doesn't just have 7 health levels.
No, but didn't we do like 32 ag to him in the chopper?
Oh no, you actually didn't hurt him in the chopper.
Oh.
Armored helicopters, actually, they don't explode, so he actually didn't take any damage kicking his way out.
Shit.
Fun fact, that's actually, if an armored helicopter, if it ever suffers specific types of damages, it immediately stops supplying fuel to its engine stops receiving fuel so that it won't explode. It's really cool.
True story.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I did want to say
confirm.
something about the RPG thing. I know a few people from the army. They're designed to be used by squaddies and are therefore idiot-proof. But this is perfectly fine.
Yeah, they are technically designed to be idiot-proof.
She botched. That means she's worse than an idiot.
So, with that in mind,
Maybe because it's heavy and she's tiny.
you
Sorry,
start
what
to
were you
see
saying?
basically. So, hang on, Derek. Okay, so that was Francis' celerity action, which means it goes back to his celerity action. All right. You see him. He steps back from Derek and he starts to back away. But as he starts to back away, all of his bones start to break and start to change. He becomes quadrupedal as two great wings emerge from his back.
Corruptor and Marauder.
In doing so, he jumps into the air and he is going to attempt to flee.
Can we stop it?
If you can do damage to him, yeah.
Stabs this motherfucker.
Is he out of the range of the shotgun?
I'll give you if you guys really want to lay into him, you'll all get one round of action before he leaves the collective range of weaponry.
Can the Watch Trek people make an attempt to try and come out of this for that, or?
Yeah, you can. You roll courage. You roll courage. What's the difficulty to come out of Rorschach? Is it standard or is it higher?
I think it is higher.
I think it's difficult. Huh?
I think we need to basically make an extended check every round.
It's every round, but I'm clear. I think it's difficulty 7 or 8.
Let me double check because it's here somewhere.
Throw a willpower down if that helps.
Yeah.
Basically, you need to get 5 successes on the check to come out of Rorschach. So it's essentially, generally speaking, a multiple turn thing that you chip into every turn.
Okay.
If I weren't focused on saving somebody, I could actually use animalism to bring them out of it.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend a willpower to try and come out of it. And I'm gonna roll.
Okay, frenzy.
I don't think so. I got 1 success from the willpower.
Oh Jesus, Saskia! I just saw the picture.
Yeah, that is the best thing ever.
You're welcome. You are most welcome.
That's great. That's great.
Anyway, before we do anything, all of you who have ranged weapons can just shoot at him to see if he can get away.
Okay. At standard diff.
Yep, standard diff.
Yeah, I'll wait until everybody's done.
What's the increased difficulty to shoot the flaps of his wings?
+2.
Fuck. What's the difficulty on a shotgun? Standard is 6, so it'll be 8.
Mm-hmm. To make a call shot to his wing, yeah.
Alright, so Dex Farms, that's... Fuck.
Evan, for under the Rorschach rules, we can spend a willpower to get 1 round under control.
2 successes on the shot. Can I spend a willpower?
Yes, you can.
I get
What's
6 successes.
difficulty?
Difficulty. Beg your pardon?
I'm sorry. What's the dice damage for shotgun again?
8.
It's 8. So I get 9. Is this? Am I shooting Bishop? Am I shooting regular rounds or am I shooting Dragon's Breath or Foss?
Probably regular. I don't think he distributed Dragon.
I didn't distribute it now. So it'd be unfair for me to say I'm giving it to you now because I wouldn't have.
It's okay.
I don't know. I don't have enough ammunition to spread. That's the main problem.
6 lethal.
He automatically soaks it.
Evan.
I'm hoping people will
With the,
notice me shooting for
willpower-
the wings.
With the willpower, we get one round. I think that we can do it. I'd like to switch over to full auto on the assault rifle.
Cool.
To add the 10 dice and see what happens.
Cool.
Jesus. That's 9 successes.
Roll your damage.
Okay, so we can take an action to attack.
If you spend willpower.
Yes, if you spend a willpower.
I did.
I think I'm a little confused, but okay.
Okay. All right. I'm probably gonna regret doing this because I might not get it back.
He is well out of. Unless you have at least potence 2, you cannot throw the dagger at him.
Okay. Well, can I make a well-placed shot straight between the eyes?
He's
Or
flying
back-
away from you, so
I
you
have
could
a
try. And,
sniper rifle.
the best you could do is hit him in the back of the head.
That's okay. I'll take it.
For the record, unfortunately, unless you've made cold shots, you're shooting at his body, which means it's bashing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
well-
pointing this out for people who haven't made cold shots at him.
Okay. Well, I'd like to make a called shot against his head. So.
Yeah, I forgot to make a call shot, so it's 8.
All right. So
bashing.
6. So that's 6. I'd like to burn my last blood for Dex. So that's 5.
Wait, hang on. Do you know what happens if you reach 0 blood?
Frenzy.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not,
it's you grab the nearest
don't
thing
do
and drink
that.
it.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
don't
gonna
do
do
that.
that then. All right. So I've precise is a dexterity specialty. Would that come into play here?
Yes.
Okay. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's +3 for headshots, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 12 dice.
It's +3 to the damage, not to the.
Oh, to the damage. Okay, all right. So that would be 9d10. What's the difficulty?
It's difficulty 8.
Okay. Count my lucky stars. Okay, so 3 successes. Plus, so that's 6 dice. I don't know if what's the base damage for a rifle?
If it's a sniper rifle, it's 8. If it's an assault rifle, it's 7.
It's 8, so that'd be
11.
11 dice.
Oh, sorry. It's 10 dice. My apologies.
10 dice.
He will soak all of that.
Okay, it was worth a try.
All right. So, Bishop, you want to step up to the plate?
Can I do something?
Yes, you may.
I do have Path of Mercury. Can I eat him out of the sky and teleport him back to the ground?
No, you can teleport yourself onto his back.
Yeah, let's do it. I pick up the sword on his back. Let's do it.
For the record, I will put out Jason didn't drop the sword, but there are weapons strewn around the place.
No,
If
the
someone
one I
wishes
gave to
to-
Katya.
If someone wishes to give
Yeah.
him a weapon so that he can
Katya
teleport.
dropped the RPG.
Oh. Okay then.
No,
wait.
no,
Wait. Can I can't pass somebody an item because it's already been my turn, yeah?
You can. Yeah, you can. You can pass them out.
The dagger.
Oh.
I want
Okay.
it back.
Oh, okay. I guess this is happening now.
Roll me that sweet willpower. He's in the second band of your thing, so it's gonna be difficulty 5.
I'm familiar with him, so it's diff 4.
Excellent. Don't get 1 success, or else you teleport up there naked.
That's hilarious. I want that to happen.
That is kind of hilarious, actually.
I'd want to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Yep, you are able to disappears and appears on his back.
Fully clothed.
With
Surprise action.
Beg your pardon?
Surprise action.
No, because actually the teleporting is itself an action.
Okay, I'm on his back.
With a
So-
delicious knife.
So, Francis, what you doing? How's it going?
Oh god, I feel so bad. Like someone's dead because of me, and now I might accidentally kill someone again. I feel so bad.
You gotta shoot.
Play your character. I don't take anything personally. Do what you do, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking jump up because I have a lot of strength right now. So I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna try and fucking shoot him.
With Messina on his back.
Yeah, I'll think I'll just take it. You know, I'll just take it. I could hit him in the head again.
I mean,
How high up is he?
At the moment, he's about 20 feet or so in the air.
If someone jumps and grabs him, is that possible?
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna jump up and just try and shoot him in the skull again.
Okay, whatever damage you do to him, you'll also do to Mistina.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Fuck.
Bro, you're the seneschal.
These
You have. All right. Okay, stop. You're the seneschal. You have a job. Do your job. Like,
All right, here we go.
fine. I'm not taking any of this personal. It's a
What's the
character. I'll make another one. It's fine. Like,
It's diff 6. Oh, sorry, no, diff 8, because you're doing a headshot to him.
I get 2 successes.
Okay.
That is 9 plus 3. That is 12. I do 5 fire egg.
Alright, Mistina, you also take 5 fire egg.
delicious.
We'll chalk it up to dominate. It's fine. I was to blame.
Again, none of this is personal. It's a character. I can always make another one. I'm not upset.
My
So,
girl pet.
with that, I do that. So I do have a point in fortitude, but I still have to roll it. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So that with the armor, so that is plus the blood buff. That would
He
be
soaks all of it.
Are you shitting me? Oh my god.
that is 9. That's 9. 9. 3 is 12.
If he didn't have that fucking Sabbat ritual, he'd be freaking out right now.
So that's 12. Yeah.
Actually, actually, it's because he has Way of Fire, which basically means even if he had to roll Roshrik, he'd be rolling at difficulty 3.
Wait a second. I still have 3 unused celerity actions from when he transformed anyway.
Then jump and grab him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You're good.
Okay. Continue.
Oh, thank God for that one ritual.
Yeah. I came prepared. It's alright. It's fine. Fucking do the job. Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the trigger again. Can I jump up to get closer?
Yes, it will also bear in mind he also has more celerity actions, so that's fine. He will grab you in the event you jump up.
I can't even do that.
Evan, I do have another celerity action if we're still like before
That's true.
like the whole return to initiative.
Indeed. However, he is out of range of swording.
Right, is he out of range of potence leaping though?
How much potence do you have?
4.
You can jump on him, or you can make the attempt to jump on him.
It wasn't so much a case of jumping on him as jumping through him.
Jump and stab. Jump and
I
stab.
will let you make a dexterity athletics roll that he will counter with his dexterity athletics to try and basically swerve out of the way.
Will this include celerity dice or?
No, because this is technically in you guys' celerity actions, so. So, Christopher, you jumping up again?
Yeah, I won't. I won't.
Hang on.
I won't. I'm not going to get grabbed. That'd be a terrible idea because then I can't keep shooting him.
He expertly swerves out of the way of you, Jason.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, you did.
With Mistina on his back.
I hope you have high daggers.
That's how he used his action, as I recall.
I overrolled my dice pool last time. I should have been at 11 dice. Unfortunately, that last dice roll was a 2, so it didn't matter. But yeah.
All right. So now that we have restored equilibrium, Bishop, you don't want to take your action to jump up and shoot him again.
No, I just want to shoot him from a distance.
All right, shoot him. And we're shooting him.
Boy.
Chris. Chris.
Bip. Okay.
Fuck it. Mistina, do you want to stab him in the back of the head?
Yeah, my sword does a little bit more damage, and plus it has the ritual on it. So can I take this one?
Sure. I guess it depends. Do you want the damage or do you want the
Go ahead. Oh.
Well, it has Burning Blade on it, so I mean,
Chris's computer crashed.
It's fine.
I mean, you saw him unaffected by fire, so.
Yeah, he's kind of immune to fire, though.
He's not immune to fire. You actually have seen him be damaged a lot by fire. But bear in mind, Burning Blade, the blade isn't actually on fire. It's not true fire. It's just basically it enables the blade to do magic damage. The damage itself isn't actually fire. Like you can put your hand on the Burning Blade, provided you don't get cut by it. It doesn't actually burn you.
going for a headshot, going for an open wound in his head.
Okay.
Cut that motherfucker's head off.
With that, can I spend a point of willpower?
Not on the attack roll now.
Okay.
However, you are flanking him, so you will get the sweet -2 difficulty because you're sitting right behind his head. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey, look, everyone! It's Bishop.
7. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 to hit.
Why? I think we're in Bishop's kitchen. Hang on. No! I wanted to see his kitchen. There we go. See? We're in Bishop's kitchen, everybody.
Okay.
Wherein the Bishop eats his food, I would assume.
Where the bishop cooks his food.
So cute! Don't die.
I mean, to be fair, I would do sinful things to Bishop. That is all.
Not on camera.
How many successes?
Okay.
5.
All right, roll me your damage.
Okay. 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. 20. Oh, yeah. Headshots do +3, don't they?
Uh-huh.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so what you guys see is Mistina buries her sword into the back of the Voivode's head, at which point the entire body shudders,
Oh, Jesus.
twitches, the wings go limp, and both of you are falling.
I'm fine. I'm writing his ass down. It's fine.
It's okay. He'll break my fall.
He'll break my fall. Son.
Does somebody need? Does somebody need to get caught? 'Cause that's the one useful thing I can do.
If you want to catch me and start
Unless
a
you
really
want me
awkward relationship in the Tremere, you can do that too.
Anthony, you don't want to use like my picture there. You don't want to use it like it's a pretty picture.
The voivode crashes to the ground, and he reverts to his human-esque form. He's now dragging himself along the ground with his hands.
Nah, bitch.
Can I grab this motherfucker? I would grab him and curb stomp him.
You turn him around, and he's smiling up at you with his long, elongated fangs, his mouth flecked with blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask for the sword of Mithras.
Derek ignores you and steps towards the.
If you kill him in
Void
pride,
world.
you doom the entire world.
I do this for my grandsire.
That's pride, you asshole.
Kill me! Kill me!
I want him to die because he's a failure.
Yes, I seem to recall that someone told me about a red lister.
Question. Can Charlotte move up?
Yes?
Yes.
I would like to take the dagger from Mistina.
Mhm.
And I would like to cut his head off.
Okay.
My intent has
Again.
nothing to do with pride. My own. It is for the safety of the world.
Almost like no one listened. I can't today.
Well,
The-
I want to curb stomp him.
Your blade slices through the voivode's neck. At which point the body goes limp, entirely limp, before it
Oh
starts
my.
to slowly turn to dust. It's one of those wonderful moments of it slowly turning to dust. As
Dark.
beg your pardon?
I'm not feeling so good.
As it does so, you simply hear from behind you the sound of clapping hands.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's getting a dread gaze.
If he's there, I'm throating him.
Is that who I think it is?
Both of you go straight through him.
That's Lord Ishar.
Yeah, that's who I thought it
The
was.
one thing we told you not to do. Nothing.
And what is it now you see, girl? You think in that moment you held the world in your hands, and now... and now, in the action wherein you thought that you could save the world, the last seal unlocked. You damn what it is you would save.
Michael is. Do I need to make a frenzy check?
Yeah, it's a frenzy check at this point.
Because Michael said straight away the reason why he wanted to kill him.
Within the ashes of the voivode, you see a small green object, roughly around the size of the palm of your hand. And the small green object, it's basically right where your dagger lands, is just underneath it, and it cracks in two. It was embedded in his body.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Sorry, guys.
Katja just looks over at Mistina.
I will go and comfort Dr. Brightman.
Oh,
She kind of looks back at her regent like, I tried.
Now, my
You
masters.
see Michael walking away.
Now all will be as it should be, and we will usher in a new Eden together. And on Lord Aishar's mocking laughter, we will end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.